In our ongoing installment on healthcare, we meet Dori Prybutok, Human Resources at Polymer Technologies Inc. in Newark, Delaware. As someone responsible for taking care of company insurance policies, Dori has to explain to employees how healthcare reform affects company policy.
We just inform them of, that these are the changes that are part of the law that you're now eligible for or we're now required to do. But with that, it's also, some of these things also do require an increase to compensate for them, which is unfortunate. But, you just have to be able to be rational and explain if there's an increase, why there is an increase without being overly political. You kind of have to play, devil's advocate on everything you do and be able to just educate your employees of what your plan is, why there are these changes, and how it affects them. And at the end of the day, your employees are, what we think about most, and we want to be able to provide them with good insurance.
The government is offering exchanges, which are healthcare programs offered by the states to companies and individuals for a fee. For Polymer Technologies, the new healthcare law will change their approach to company policy.
Certainly for us, we're self-insured here, which means that, we pay, as opposed to paying just a set premium, we pay based on every claim. So every year we don't pay the same amount for healthcare, and the concern is that the healthcare costs are going to rise as more and more things are mandated and more things are required. And the biggest concern is that a lot of these things that they have plated for 2013 and 14, there are no guidelines and explanations. So
Polymer Technologies self-insures its employees, and in Dori's opinion, the new law creates uncertainty.
Part of the problem in Delaware, there's very little competition among insurance. There's very few carriers here. So in a sense, it could be nice to have an exchange, but then you also fall into this, what is the exchange and how as an employer are you going to be charged? And the way the current bill is written, depending on where you fall on an annual income, you may have an opportunity to opt out of your employer's plan and go into the exchange.
Overall, Dori says the uncertainty is not good for business.
One of your advantages and one of your selling point as a company is your total package, your benefits, and you want to be able to have competitive benefits. And for us as a small employer, because we don't know how it's going to impact us, and because the mandating of what they want us to do, it's going to affect us as how we play in the market against other companies and other manufacturing companies in Delaware.
In Newark, I'm Sam Friedman.